rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Nah, hey, y'all, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? So the thing is about what I was saying, ending the at the ending of the Knicks after party is not that I don't love New York. Yeah, I love New York. Yeah, of course I do. And I love the Knicks. I love my New Yorkers first. I love my New Yorkers first and foremost. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Right? But the trade deadline is approaching. The front office has the pieces to do something. And if they stand pat and don't do anything, it lets you know that these dudes don't know what they're doing. Don't talk to me about the Jalen Brunson. Oh, they got Jalen Brunson. Sure they did, but they also signed Isaiah Hartenstein. Sure, the dude signed his godson, but they also signed Nerlens Noel and had to trade him away. Adam, isn't it? Adam said Adam Knicks and Knicks and Knicks and Knicks. Bim.
What's good, Uncle Freezie? Salute to the chat, to the panel. Yeah, I was watching the after party and I kept hearing this buzzing sound coming from your mic.
That's not my mic. Don't do that. How you gonna say that's my mic and you hear my mic now and you don't hear it?
The sound was coming from somewhere from you.
No, it wasn't. So how's it coming from me? Do you hear it now?
No,
do you hear it now?
No.
Right. So how you gonna say it's me and it's the same setup? Nothing changed.
You think it was sub? It must have come from sub.
Yeah, it might have been because you and I rock often and you had never heard that sound from me, right?
Never.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it was something with the yeah. Nah, man, y'all know, y'all know what's good. Y'all know Uncle Freezie's a pro. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Freezie's a pro. Come on, bro. You ain't never heard nothing like that. I don't know if it was like a connectivity thing or what, but
man, that sound was buzzing.
Now earlier when I was using OBS, it was freezing up, but that still wasn't me. That was a YouTube issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was because even when I went in to connect it and it was still when I went in to edit the show 3 times. That's a YouTube issue. That wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? I know it was drop frames. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand how OBS works somewhat. Right? But in terms of the drop frames, like the freezing you saw, is because there's a gap in frames, like it'll flow. And then some frames will drop out, so it look like I'm freezing doing this right here. So, but yeah, man. Adam coming on here talking about my mic is bad. Oh, Adam, look at this mic, Adam.
I couldn't tell if it was coming from you or sub because every time you talk, that sound would come on.
Look at that. Look at this mic, bro.
So several people were saying that they hearing this buzz sound coming from you, but I don't hear it. I don't hear it here on late night podcast. So it must have must have come from some subliminal.
It might have been. It might have been. I don't want to. But he had a different setup tonight.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's probably why he has a background sound coming from somewhere.
Yeah, and it might have been just he might just need some headphones or something. You never know. But but look at this. Look at this mic. This mic is beautiful, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta give your mic all the love, man.
Right. Hey, Illmatic says, Illmatic reverts back to salt and pepper. The old salt and pepper. My mic sounds nice. Check one. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful mic, I tell you.
Look at this. Yeah, man, come on.
No way that mic is gonna make some sound because you probably
Almighty Finesse said how much that mic cost $1.
Oh my god. Dollar Tree.
Yo, that's hilarious. A Dollar Tree mic. Nah, man. Talk about me. Nah, man. You know I try to be somewhat. Come on, man. Y'all know me. I try to be somewhat, you know what I'm saying, on point, man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man.
In terms of in terms of the product that we put out, man, I try to make it dope. Y'all know me.
Yeah. Oh, I was checking that out too, Freezie. That new thing you did yesterday.
Yeah, man. I got it.
And I have to say, man, you was freezing quite a bit.
Yeah.
In the middle. I know you're working on to get it better.
Yeah.
But that new stuff that you do, man, is dope.
Yeah, man. It's a little at a time. Like we legit are doing it a little at a time, trying to get better a little bit at a time, man. That's all.
Oh, yeah,
so,
man. You got the smoke going on in the background there. You got the little screen in the corner there. Showing Blorange Tears and J Boogie and who else? City for Life. I saw a couple of things there.
Yeah, man.
And you got the Blorange Tear word coming across on the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, we're trying to do a little something.
Yeah, I'd say.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Adam, hold on. See, Adam came in and talking, bro, and I forgot. I got distracted. God dog it. Hold on, Adam. My bad. Adam, you can't let me Yo, you distracted me, bro. I was trying to stuff like that. I gotta remember. I gotta remember these things, bro.
I tell you, Freezie, I love
you like the intro?
I love that intro.
I'm working on one for Nev the Destroyer right now. Not Nev the Disruptor. I'm working on one for Nev the Destroyer.
Make sure when you do his intro, Freezie, make sure you have that word disagree.
Yeah, right.
Definitely. Don't leave it out, Freezie.
Yeah, right. I'm working on the Android that says "I will destroy you." I'm hoping it'll come across good. You know what I'm saying? But Nev, how you doing, brother?
Good, man.
Nev, what's good, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Freezie. Matter of fact, I listened to your the thing you put out earlier, the podcast.
Yeah, man.
And you were almost on point, Freezie. Freezie was so close.
Almost, bro.
Wow, almost.
I'm a B student, bro. I am a B student,
No,
bro.
you would have gotten an A, but not that plus.
Yeah.
You missed the plus.
The only thing, man, is I knew I was dropping frames
Yeah,
at the time, and so I was distracted. I was trying to stay on topic and fix stuff at the same time.
yeah,
And so it kind of put me in that, how it is when you're trying to
yeah.
do multiple things.
Somewhat distracted
Yeah,
because of
yeah. So
there.
I couldn't stay on topic like I wanted to,
Yeah,
because of yeah, no,
yeah, yeah. It was good, man. The only thing to me is that from day one, I've been. You know what? Let me start all over again. If you want to know how Coach Steve's thinks and what he's thinking, read Sherman's comments. Because to me, Sherman and Teams have the identical personality.
okay.
They literally have the identical personality. And that is what is wrong with our team. Because it's
It's Sherwin.
it's
Sherwin
basically
is what's wrong with
it's
the
basically
team.
Sherwin is coaching the team, which is Steve. You know.
Right.
So therefore the team is not a team. It's a faction of Tibbs players versus the one he doesn't want. So there's one faction Tibbs plays, and there's the one he doesn't want on his team. Those players Cam, Obi, some of the other guys. So that's what it is. And if we were a team, and I said that earlier in the year, if we were a team, we would have players willing to mentor our younger players. We don't have that on this team. We don't have our players like a Brunson. Imagine if Brunson takes a McBride under his wing and teaches some of his footwork,
Right.
or if a Julius, I ain't gonna say Randall because I know I'm gonna get it wrong. A Julius takes Obi under his wing and teaches some of uh, um his confidence, his mental toughness.
Right.
That is not happening here. So we don't have a team. Like I will stress that as much when people start to get it. But under this team, there's coach factions and there's players he do not want. Now, if he were the general manager, he would definitely get rid of those players. But because he can't get rid of those players like that,
Right.
they just basically wasting away, and
Okay.
that's the issue, and
Okay.
that's why we run into problems like where if the starters cannot cut it, we forget anybody else. We're just not going to get anybody else. You know, and I think that to me when I was listening to your segment earlier, I like, you know, man, you almost on point. I like the fact you blame Obi, and I like the fact you blame Julius, but there's a bigger thing there, a bigger issue that our coach doesn't coach like team basketball. He coaches, he has factions.
Okay.
It's my factions, my players, and a lot of it drives me crazy when people say we have to get a Tibbs guy. That drives me insane because a coach shouldn't have. I said that again, and I'll say it again. Coaches shouldn't have my players. Is either they all your players or none of them is your players because they're your team. You cannot have factions. You cannot have my players. Oh, I'm going to coach my players. Or I want my players. No, that shouldn't be. It's counterintuitive to what you're trying to do. You're trying to build a team. You're trying to get everybody to participate in one goal. You know, everybody to,
Okay.
you know, everybody to look out for each other. You
Right.
know, and you see it in the chat a lot where our fan base it's like that. It's they have factions. They
Okay.
want this guy to perform well. They don't want this guy to perform well. If this guy perform well, then hey, what does it say about this guy? That's not what we should be striving for.
Okay.
Striving for it all be perform well and Julius perform well. Guess what? That's all of a sudden you have two guys performing well. Put that together. You have double the trouble. And our team has become more impactful, able to win games. It drives me nuts when I have to hear tips guy. I hate that that shit in my head. I hate somebody tell me there's a tips guy. No, they're all tips guy. They should all be tips guy because they're on his team. You know, and it drives me nuts, man. Frustrate me to no end.
You get frustrated over petty stuff then.
Yeah, I do.
And listen, and I'm not saying something's wrong with you because I think we all do at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, yeah, it's like having a rock in your shoe. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you have a rock in your shoe, and it's just the most frustrating little thing, and it'll drive you batty until you get the rock out of your shoe, and then at the end of the day, when you shake the rock out of your shoe, you realize all it was a rock in your shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nick G in the building. Bully is back. Keith Turner's in the building. What's good, Keith Turner? Pastor J is in the chat. I see y'all. But what okay. So the thing about Tibbs and the Tibbs guys and all that stuff, I think that's an overstatement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an overstatement. It's not a overstatement based on what Tom Thibodeau says. Like you never hear Tom Thibodeau say, "I'm not playing such and such because he's not my type of guy," right? I think you hear the press say that.
Yeah.
That he's a Tim guy. He's not a Tim guy. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Also, the things with Tibbs guys is Tibbs basically if we get down to brass tacks on what we think a Tibbs guy is, most of Tibbs guys are just basic NBA players. Guys that just play hard. They're not guys that shoot 44% from three or 95% from the free throw line or have 49-inch verticals or average 15 rebounds a game or average 12 assists a game. They're just dudes that play hard and play together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if when we hear the thing Tibbs guy, I think what we should think about is Tibbs just wants a guy, a lunch pail guy. A dude that's gonna bring his lunch pail and hard hat to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And even that cliche to me is over the top. Because I worked for the majority of my life, I worked in cubicles. Nev, you work outside construction or you do cubicle work?
Cubicle work.
Right. So when somebody say Nev is a lunch pail guy, bring his hard hat and lunch pail to work. Nev is like, no, I don't bring a hard hat to work. But Nev, you do work hard every day, right?
Yeah. I work extremely
See
hard.
what I mean? You see what I'm getting at?
Uh-huh.
Like when we put labels on stuff, anyway. A Tibbs guy is just a guy that plays hard every second he's on the floor, basically.
But with this coach, I think it means more than that. It actually means a guy that he has a certain image of, and because of that image, that player is either going to get on the court or not get on the court. Only because he has distinguished plays, and when he does that, when he label them a certain way, they don't get on the court. It's not that at some point you say, okay.
Does he label them though?
In some sense, yeah. in some sense, yeah, because
In what sense though?
because when he said Cam, um, when he made that comment has reverberated with Cam. Cam was not in the rotation. I can't cheer the guy that's not in the rotation and play a guy that, and it seems like Cam is never going to get in the rotation. It
Okay.
hasn't happened yet. So
Okay.
so to some extent, yes, it feels like that's how he thinks. If he had said that then and play Cam, pull him out, but then slowly reincorporate him back in at some point somewhere, try to reincorporate him back in the offense on the team. Yeah, but right now it feels like, and everybody says that Cam is out, literally out. There's no
Gone.
space for Cam. Cam is not that. That shouldn't be the case. I just don't agree to that type of view, of type of process. It just bothered me that we can say this player is out regardless of whatever injuries or whatever, and he's not being he's actually being out, instead of saying, hey, at that time he didn't fit what we were trying to do, but now we have injuries left and right. I can bring him back in, and then when we're healthy, you know what, he's back on the bench, you know because he's still on this team,
Okay.
and as this team, he has to make he has to make a valuable contribution. It doesn't matter how small it is, and I don't get that feeling that's the case here. That's my problem. I don't get, and and I my biggest concern about the Knicks and Coach Steves is that I want a coach to be open to his plays, failing, and then overcoming those failures and so forth, because that's what it's all about. We all not going to be successful at the same time, or when the coach wants us to be successful. You know, some of us takes a little more time to mature. That's just the process of life. You know, but leave some room in there. Well, just don't totally close out the window, shut the door. And right now I feel that's what's happening here, and it bothers me. It doesn't sit well with me. Put it this way.
Man. See, I don't know what to tell you about that then.
I don't know. There's much you can say, Freezy, because all I can do is express my opinion. Maybe somebody hears it, and hey, and share it with him. But
Right.
to me, and that's why I will say it again and again. When I look at Brian Dartell, that's a coach that can win championships, and it's all about
Who?
championships. Big for the Giants, the Giants coach. You know, because you have to make your players believe they are a part of your team. Number one, that they're part of this team, and number two, they can make a contribution that's valuable to the team. You know,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
and I don't see that here.
So here's the thing. You and I had this discussion already,
Yes,
right? You and I had this discussion already, and the reason why we had the discussion already is because for the most part, like I consider you one of the smartest people to come on the panel, right?
yeah,
You know,
thanks.
but dang man, you just take everything. Everything can't revolve around it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, thanks, man. I've been working. My man. But okay, so the thing I'm saying though, in this case though, can they meet a brother halfway,
Sure.
right? Can Cam Reddish go to the coaching staff and be like, listen, whatever I did wrong, I want to fix it. Can y'all help me get back in the good graces of the coach so that he can help me get back in the rotation?
Absolutely.
right? See, because
Absolutely.
this is has all been a Tibbs won't play Cam. How do we know that Cam is not a team player?
Yeah.
You
That's
don't know that.
that's an excellent point. And I have said that as well. I have said if I were Cam, I even after games when I am when even after a game like last night when I did when say I did not get on the floor, I
Okay,
would find a gym and play and practice
right,
because I want to show this coach I want to play ball. I want to make a contribution on this team. So
right,
even after practice, stay come in early, stay late, do these things. He has to do these things as well,
right.
because it's not just on the coach. You have to impress on the coach that you are willing to do whatever it takes to improve your game. So, coach, play me by by your by your practice habits. So if he has the right practice habits, that message should be saying, Coach, play me. I want to play. I want to play. See what I am doing. Just take a look at me. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So I don't know if Cam has the right practice habits because that's always been my issue with Cam.
right.
Also have an issue with Cam because I
Uh-huh.
didn't think he came into the regular season ready to play basketball. I just didn't like the tape he performed. Like I told you that already.
The way that he
Yeah,
looked, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I said that already.
Okay,
So, but at the same time, I just want this coach to be open to those opportunities because that's what winning is all about. That's a winning team. If you were looking for a winning team, there are certain what you call it, certain signatures, certain ingredients you need for a winning team. Yeah, you can take some of your players and say, I'm gonna just get this certain, you know, this bunch of guys ready, this 6, 7 guys. But
right.
what happened when something goes wrong in that group of 6, 7?
Okay,
You all of a sudden you have major problems because the other 4, 5 you haven't done nothing to incorporate them in any way, shape into a team.
okay,
So they're basically thinking water, and you have to all of a sudden try to bring them up to speed.
okay.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's happening right now because with Mitch going down, all of a sudden a vital component of your play goes down. All of a sudden we going to tread water because the players is going to play. They're not going to look ready.
Okay.
They're not going to look like they're capable of doing. We have to go outside the organization to get some plays because right now there are certain plays we put on the floor. It's like they're in the headlights.
I think
Always
you
they're in the headlights.
I think you blaming the teacher because the student is failing the class. That's
That
what it
could be
sounds
the
like you're
case.
doing. You blaming the teacher because the student is failing the class, right? And so there's a teacher's perspective and a student's perspective, right? The student is always going to be, well, the teacher don't, the teacher this, the teacher that. And the teacher is going to be like, listen, I'm giving you the same opportunities I'm giving the rest of the students. And you are failing to step your. But anyway, Justin DW, thank you for the generous contribution. Justin DW says, this youth hasn't shown enough time to get some vets. Call the Spurs. Doug, Josh, and Keldon or Devin, we need a big boost to be taken seriously. Hey, man, I agree. I'm with you.
I agree 100% with that too.
But that's
But
the
but the
statement.
but the
Go
but the
go ahead, Adam.
uh, that the front office is not showing us that they're willing to make some moves to bring guys like those. We need to pick up guys like Devin Booker, Alexander, Kuzma, if that's possible. Maybe Dame, um, Ingram. That's what's gonna make this Knicks team a championship team. One, and make it to the NBA Finals with those guys that I mentioned.
Okay.
But until Leon Rose wake up and see that this team needs some help, we're gonna continue to see this Knicks team struggle.
Hi. Yeah. Hey y'all. Hey man, I gotta use. Hold on. I gotta use the restroom, man. I'll be right back. I drunk this whole thing of soda water, man. This thing shouldn't. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
All right, Freezy.
So Nev, what do you think? You agree with the players that I mentioned that we gotta get?
Um, my problem is that I believe any player we bring in here, we're going to have the same issue. Now, the first issue is number one: is are we moving? Is this coach willing to play a player that's not in his rotation because he has a problem playing plays? So if you make a trade and you don't take a player out of the rotation, he's going to say the same thing like he said for Cam. So like trading on the edges and like trading Cam, Fournier, and so forth on those guys because those guys are not in the rotation. So yes, you can upgrade those positions, but is he are those players going to play? You know, because currently they're not in the rotation. So that's the dilemma management is going to have. You know, is this coach going to play players that's not in his rotation, even though they're better than some of the players that's in the rotation? So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I would say
Right.
make all I can say is make the trade, but I don't know where if it's going to go anywhere. You know, so
Yeah, we
that
no, but
we can make the trade because those players,
yeah,
I mean,
we can make the trade, but
yeah,
Leon Rose has got to make the moves.
yeah,
He's the guy that has to make the moves. Everybody in the chat is saying, "Go get this guy, go get that guy." You know, everybody wants. Some people in the chat want to see OG and Ananobi come here. Others want to see Kuzma. You know,
yeah,
those
uh,
those are those sounds good players,
yeah.
but those two players alone is not going to make this next team a championship team.
I think they will improve them they'll give
Kuzma,
them a chance to get out of the first
yeah,
round.
yeah, Kuzma, he's a good 3 point shooter.
I think
That's
if you get Kuzma, there's a pretty good chance you can get out of the first round. Yeah, I
yeah,
think that would definitely help. Yeah.
yeah.
So Kuzma is not a bad move, but can management make that move? Is management willing to make that move? Is
But
management willing to sacrifice giving up Obi at this point?
see,
I don't know.
the main question is all those players that I mentioned that Leon Rose should go go after. The question is, do those guys want to come play for the New York Knicks? That is the question.
I don't think they. I don't. Right now, it's not a matter of they having that choice because you're trading for them, and
Yeah,
their team is actually trading. So they really don't have a. It's not. That's when you're making trades. The players not really unless they have a no trade clause.
yeah,
There's not much you can say.
Okay.
That's it. So it's team versus team. It's what you're willing to give. You know, so you know you have to say, is the Knicks willing to give up a lot to get somebody
if I'm the
like
front
Kuzma?
office, I would. I would give up. I would give up multiple first draft picks and half of the roster to
For,
get
for who?
to get. I would give up multiple draft picks and half of the Knicks roster to go and get Dame, Alexander, Brandon Ingram, Devin Booker, plus more to make this Knicks team a championship team that can make a run to the NBA Finals. With this type of roster, the Knicks ain't going nowhere. The Knicks are not going nowhere. And even if they make the first round of the playoffs, they're not gonna get past the first round. Not with these guys. They need playoff contender vets. And those guys that I mentioned, they are all playoff players and have a lot of experience. These players on the Knicks don't have a single playoff experience at all.
All right.
But you know we're gonna get these guys if Leah Rose decides
Oh,
to
I didn't see it. Okay.
decides to give up, on holding on to draft picks and give them up, give them to several different teams to bring here some shooters and players that can make this team a championship team that can make it to the NBA Finals.
So Justin DW, thank you for Den's contribution. Justin DW says finesse Jaden and Plumlee for Obi, iHeart, and a pick. And a pick.
What?
Plum will be a amazing backup, and Jaden is a dog. I would do that and make them give us a pick.
No, I don't want Plumlee.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. James is in the
Plumlee, no.
building. What's good, Hey, what's good, James? Nah, man. I saw Plumlee and McDaniels in person like 5 times already against the Knicks. Nah, bro. I wouldn't mind having them, but I'm not paying that much for them.
No.
Right? It's like potato chips, man. I'm not driving all the way across town to pick up a bag of potato chips, bro. When I could just walk down the street and get some. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all feel me? Yo, am I? Hey, Nev, am I wrong? Are you driving? Are you getting in your car to go get potato chips
Hell
when you can
no.
just walk to the corner?
Hell no.
Yeah,
You're
right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, that's my guy too. Hey, JD, I'm with you. I wouldn't mind having them 2 players, and I wouldn't mind paying the stuff that you said. I'm just not throwing no pick in there. I'm sorry. Hey, man. I'm sorry, bro.
What is it going to take for Leah Rose to go out there and get a guy like um, OG Ananobi? That guy. That name's been mentioned a lot on the chat. What is it going to take for
Hey,
Leah
so
Rose?
stop right there. So you said Leon Rose go get OG Ananobi, right?
Well,
Right. Like
he
what would
can't
it
be the
take?
other guy. Can't be the only guy. He has to go pick up like 7, 8 guys to bring on this Knicks to make this Knicks an automatic championship team.
But
It can't be just one guy.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing with this. So let's do it. Let's peel back the onion one layer at a time, and then that way, hopefully, we'll cook something delicious, but it won't make us cry. Right? All right. Why do you want OG Ananobi?
Me personally, I don't. Um, I was just mentioning him as one guy. Me personally, I'd rather see Leon Rose go and try to get Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, Brandon Ingram,
Right.
Shai Alexander.
Why'd you mention OG Ananobi if you don't want him?
I'm just mentioning him because I keep seeing his name said in the chat. too many times. Me personally, I don't want him because I don't think he's going to make this team a better team.
Okay.
He might help the Knicks with some other guys, but him coming alone, no.
All right. So James says Knicks management running around in circles. I kind of believe that too. And I think Stephen A. Smith is right. What Stephen A. Smith said, I did a video. I didn't publish it though, because I think it might have gotten the copyright thing on it. But I think I think
I
I think he
disagree
might
with
be
that.
right.
I disagree
That
with
the
that.
Knicks have the Knicks have
I think this front office is just being stubborn to make moves.
okay.
That's what I think. I don't think they're running around in circles. They're being stubborn to make moves.
Right. But okay, so you disagree with him, but what I
Yeah.
was saying is the Knicks have all the assets to go get a guy and they
Right.
won't.
Right. But Liam Rose doesn't want to give him up. That's the
All right.
problem.
All right. Let me hold on for just a second. Let me see if I got a thing up here. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me. Bem. Every time I hear your intro, bro, I think about my uncle bopping down the street with an Applejack hat on, cocked to the side, kind of like this right here, going to the store. What up there, young
Yeah.
fella?
What's good, Soul Finger?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's happening?
There ain't nothing.
What's up, man?
Nothing much, nothing much. I was sitting up on this couch and I woke myself up snoring. I said, let me see what's going on. And then lo and behold, here's Freezie
Right.
and got Nev, the Destroyer, and my man Adam. And it's the same thing. I said, let me just jump in here for a little bit and just chop it up with you, see what the line of discussion is. Um, I know right now Knicks Nation is up in arms with the way things went, especially dropping the game against Washington and all. And people want OG Anunoby. People want the big trade. The thing is, and I'm not wavering from where I stand because I've for one. I haven't been the biggest Tibbs supporter. He's our coach. I roll with him, but I haven't been a big Tibbs supporter when we first brought him in. I did roll with the front office because they made, they did the shell game move, flipping a guy to get 2 second rounders, like, okay, and did other little things.
Yeah.
But as far as the big trade, that trade deadline is going to be coming, it's going to be here and gone. I don't see a big trade coming. I see small trades coming.
So don't do that, bro.
I don't want to be the wet blanket. I'm not trying to I don't want to be the cat to throw the turd in the punch bowl and run out the back door. But it just, a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
I was listening to, talking about Tibbs guys and stuff like that. Nev made some really compelling points. I don't know how many folk out in the chat looked at it, but I don't really, other than Derrick Rose, young Derrick Rose, what other highly athletic player has Tibbs really coached and latched on to?
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know.
To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if Liam Rose doesn't make any trades during the trade deadline.
Yeah. The thing is you got to get a coach the kind of players for his system. He's trying to mold guys because, you can say it because he wanted Deuce, he wanted Grimes. You know, so and Grimes is really coming into his own. And Deuce got the, his defense. He's known for defense. Just the offense needs to catch up, and the other things. You got Sims. Is this right now? We're in a bad conundrum. It's like rinse, wash, repeat. You feel like you're in no man's land because when we're winning, a lot of things you don't hear. You have some that's still consistent about what they say, but when we're winning, it's about as quiet as a mouse in church pissing on cotton.
Yeah.
But the second we take a L, oh man, all hell breaking loose. So it's one of those situations, man. I mean, overall, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody's highly passionate. We want a championship. Again, I don't want just a championship. I want a dynasty. That's what I want. And some of the moves, some of the things they have done have been head scratches, especially with this past season.
Yeah.
This past season, the off season was a head scratcher. There were players that we could have drafted, but we came up with Trevor Kills, man. That's something I
can't figure out.
They get, man, look, that's the eighth wonder of the world right there.
Yeah. I just can't. I don't know. And I like Trevor Kills, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like Trevor Kills.
My problem is why are we going after small guards?
We want them all. We trying to corner the market.
I guess. I see. We need, and GI, and I would. I've been rolling in the caddy with GI for the longest. When we're talking about that length, we need length. We play Toronto. That length bothers us.
Yes, it does.
And we need to look at that. I know some cats were saying bowl at one time. That ship and sail. That fish don't fry. Bowl is he found his home. Yeah. Is just right now. You got to look at the landscape of who's going where. Right now, it's more rumors. I would say, when February hits, the 1st of February, that's when it's going to really get. That's when everything's going to get real funky.
When that stuff hit the fan.
Yeah, man.
That stuff hit the fan. Yep. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna have to do something. I don't know what exactly, right? But the thing about it is, we know something's gonna happen.
Something's going to happen. It's just that, and the crazy thing about it, regardless, there's gonna be a lot of unhappy cats in mixed nations. I just don't see a big move happening, man. That's just me. Maybe hopefully in the off season, but I just don't see it. I did see somebody in the chat say they don't think the front office can do it.
Okay, all right.
It's a stubborn front office as it is. If they didn't bring what is it, Donovan Mitchell here, don't expect the front office to bring another caliber player. If you pass away bringing in Donovan Mitchell, don't expect Leon Rose to go out there and make a big move, because I doubt it.
Okay.
Plus, most of the players that I've mentioned are not even available to bring to New York.
Okay.
Well, that Donovan Mitchell not happening left one nasty taste in everybody's mouth. It's like somebody hitting you up with castor oil. You still got that taste.
Right. Yeah. But I've been trying to get to like a deeper conversation, man, instead of us just saying like
playing on the surface.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the deep dive, Freezie. Just rip the scalp off of it and just go in. Be like Jock. Hey, I'm telling my age on this. Be like Jacques Cousteau, fall over the side of the ship. Hit
Right.
it.
Right. So here's the thing. The Knicks are good at making trades, right? The practice of making trades, right? Not the production of making trades, right? Because being able to execute a trade and being able to get what you want are two different things, right? So the Knicks, since this front office has been here, have been the busiest front office since they've been here in the front office, right? How many teams have done more trades in the past 3 seasons than the Knicks?
I don't think there
None.
are any. No.
None. Because the Knicks always do 2 trades in January and 2 trades on draft day. Right?
Yeah.
Think about when they first came in the door. When they first came in the door, they was trying to trade up to get Obi. Remember that? When they first got here, they was trying to trade up to get Obi. Obi fell to their lap. They were so excited about Obi that they didn't have to trade up. And then when it came time to get quickly at pick 36, right? They traded back. They moved around. They did multiple trades. They traded Leandro Balmero. They traded Ed Davis. They acquired second-round picks. Y'all remember when they did all the maneuvering after they drafted Obi and they messed around and got 3 second-round picks and we thought they were geniuses and they got Emmanuel quickly? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Right. Nev, you remember that, right? We got 3 second-round picks. We traded for Ed Davis and traded Ed Davis in the same hour.
Freezie, you have a photographic memory. I don't.
I remember, and I remember that because we talked about that because it was like amazing. We was like, oh my God, they're making moves. They're making moves. But the thing is if you look at it, it's because we haven't made any moves in since Jesus was a baby, that it seemed like they were doing really big things.
Right. But my point to it is people act like the Knicks don't do moves. They do moves all the time. Right? It's just not the move that you want them to do.
True.
Right? So say for instance, in that same draft, think about this. We traded our first round pick back, right? Remember, we traded back we traded back in the 2020 the 2000 I forget, whatever, however it worked out, right? So we traded back. We left that draft night with 4. I'm sorry, was it 4? Yeah, with 4 young NBA players. We drafted Obi. We drafted quickly. We came away with Jacob Evans III and Omar Spellman, who looked like he ate 10 basketballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Omari Spellman. We got Omari Spellman. And Jacob Evans III, Jacob Evans III, stay with me, was supposed to be the guy that's in that Emmanuel Quickly role. In that Quentin Grimes role right now. A hard-nosed, 6'4", shooting guard, tough, college veteran that's going to come in and play defense and be a spot-up three-point shooter. Yeah, y'all don't remember him, huh? Nobody remembers Jacob Evans III now, right? Okay. All right.
I told you that a photographic memory, Freezie.
But listen, okay. So the season starts, and then follow me on this. Going into after all of this stuff, there was a storyline out there. Oh my God, Leon Rose and this kid had a relationship. Leon Rose and this kid, this coach, have this relationship, and his kid is playing in the NBA. And the kid is a part of the family, and blah, blah, and we gotta get him here, and blah, blah. And y'all know who that kid was, right? Nev, you know who that kid, the coach's son, that Leon Rose was his agent, and all that stuff. You know who that is, right?
No, that was a Mitchell.
No.
Oh.
Doc Rivers and his son Austin Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
You remember
Yeah.
Austin Rivers was here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what we did with Austin Rivers that season, right? We traded Austin Rivers and Iggy Brasdakis. Don't act like y'all don't remember that Ignaz Brasdakis was here.
Yep.
Yes.
Remember that?
Don't act like y'all don't remember the young Irish kid, Iggy Brasdakis, the tough kid. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't an athlete, but he could score. Don't act like y'all remember him and RJ coming together in the same draft. We passed up Bowl because Iggy Brasdakis and RJ Barrett was friends on Team Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Nev, you remember that? The Knicks might draft Bowl. Bowl is sliding down the board. Remember that?
Yeah.
And instead of the Knicks drafting Bowl, they traded up in the draft to get Ignaz Brasdakis.
Wow.
Right? Don't act like y'all don't remember that, bro. You can't be a short-term Knicks fan, bro. You can't have a short-term memory if you're a Knicks fan. You got to remember all this stuff.
Well,
Adam,
you know the other.
Adam,
hey,
you gotta remember all this stuff, Adam. You can't call them stubborn because they are active. They are more active than what you give them credit for. It's just they do the minuscule moves that are so slight on the radar that you forget about them.
Well, you know, Freeze. No, go ahead. You rock.
Don't act like y'all don't remember that in the Cam Reddish trade, we also got Solomon Hill.
Yeah.
I remember that, and let him go. Didn't even bother bringing him in.
You know why? Because at the time he was rehabbing from a torn ACL. He tore his ACL the month before we traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
Nev, you know how long it takes to recover from a torn ACL, right?
I didn't understand why we got that guy.
Because of his contract.
Yeah.
His expiring contract. We wanted to get his expiring contract for the summer so that we can go after Donovan Mitchell. See, the plan was set then. When we traded for Solomon. See, because people are thinking like oh my God, we got Cam Reddish and Tibbs won't play him. Really, the Knicks really got Solomon Hill dead money so they could clear cap space during the summer. Right? It's a lot of things that go into it. We forget a lot of stuff because we point the finger at Tom Thibodeau for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nobody remembers that Emmanuel Quickly was not a draft pick of the New York Knicks. Emmanuel Quickly was drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And we traded and got him.
And we traded and got Emmanuel Quickly from OKC before he played a minute for them. We got him on draft night. And a second round pick.
We sure did. You know, Freeze, you talking about drafting. I just want to ask a question, and to you distinguished gentlemen here on the in the panel, and also shoot out to the chat because remember when Michael Porter Jr. was there, and everybody was talking about his back, his back, and he kept sliding down, and he was right there. Who did we draft?
Kevin Knox.
My question is, would you have taken the flyer on Michael Porter Jr. at that pick, with knowing considering what his back, take the risk?
Yes.
I would say no.
I would have.
Back problems are long-term stuff. It never goes away.
Yep. Because I think I would have taken, not only would I have taken that chance, I would have laughed all the way to the bank with that, because back problems are not as bad as bust problems.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then the other thing
Nev,
is,
you're the disruptor, right? You're not the destroyer no more. You're the disruptor, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I ask this: would you knowing that Joel Embiid had back issues, would you passed on him than that?
It was a back issue he had, or some kind of other issue. I don't remember Joel Embiid.
No, he had back. It was with his lower back. He had back problems as well. Which he still does.
Okay. Yeah, but that's my philosophy. I would pass on him. It's just I don't like players with back issues.
No, I hear you.
I had one myself, and it can take years to go away.
Oh no, I hear you.
Yeah.
I understand the whole thing with the back. See, I'm like Freezie. I would have taken that chance. I'd just be like, you know what, bump it. I'll take a chance. And granted, he didn't play that his rookie year, and that's okay. That's
Well,
okay.
you have to evaluate the time. If the guy is exceptional and he worth the value, then you know like Joel Embiid. The only reason I would take Joel Embiid is because that guy was class by himself. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah, I would take him, but I wouldn't have taken Tim because you have other players similar to um, Porter Jr. I wouldn't have taken him because he had other players that right there. He was, I mean, he he was he was similar to the Bridges. So I mean, that's what I consider it at that time. But if he were exceptional, if he falls in that exceptional category, you must take him and deal with the back pain when it comes up or whatever. Because when he's on the court, he's going to give you he gives you a chance to win titles,
Right.
and you have to
Oh,
that's what you have to decide.
okay. Only reason I asked is to gauge everybody to see where your mindset are. You willing to jump on something or you pack it in? So that's the only reason I like to ask. Because like you said, you can't, like I said, what's done is done, can't be undone. As far as draft wise, however, you could still get that player down the road if you made the right moves and didn't have peanut butter in your drawers to make certain moves to get certain players. So that being said, um, it's going to be interesting to see how this trade deadline, when it comes to the trade deadline, what we're going to do.
The Knicks are active, bro. Come on, and the Knicks are active. The Knicks are never not active, bro.
No, you're right, Freezer, because they've done a lot of things. They just haven't, for the most part,
The
just
Knicks are,
haven't made that big splash. It's not that front page big blockbuster trade. They made
name one time, like so for name one time that that every NBA team is active that the Knicks are not out front with activism.
no, they've been in there. They've been shaking the trees. They just can't get nothing to fall.
Right.
Not all the time.
Even on this draft that just passed, this summer that just passed, right?
Hmm.
They drafted a guy and traded him to OKC to pick up future protected first, right? Now it may not pan out in their favor. We don't know what the perspectives is of those picks. We think we know they may not be. These teams are good and bad and blah 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 and all of that stuff, right? Every time the Knicks are every season. And what I'm talking about is every trade season, not every um basketball season.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit
Every
this front office has gotten something every pretty much every year, except for the trade deadline. We didn't go after a body. There was times we didn't go after a body because the last time we did, I actually brought a body in. Well, last year we didn't. Well,
last year we did. Last year we brought in Cam
Yeah, we
Reddish
brought
and
in
Solomon
Cam. We
Hill.
brought in Cam thing the year before.
And
The
yeah,
year before we
and
didn't
not
do
only
anything.
that, not only that though, don't forget about the Knicks also traded for Denzel Valentine.
They did traded Denzel
No,
Valentine
that
and
last January the Knicks made 2 trades. You remember those?
trying to remember who was that? Because I know
Denzel
we brought in we
when the
got some
Lakers
picks out of it because we didn't even bring Denzel in. He didn't play. They just let him
Yeah,
walk.
we got it
They
right
cut him for
away.
salary.
Cause bro, I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Last year, the Rajon Rondo deal from the Lakers to Cleveland, the Knicks jumped into it and took Denzel Valentine
Hmm.
so that they could save money for the summer.
Yeah, that's what they did. A lot of the moves they did make were for money moves. It wasn't like I said. They haven't made that big blockbuster deal that everybody can talk about. Is always the little moves to try to save money because, as you said earlier, just earlier, Freeze, there was a move that you saw to open up space financially to bring in Donovan. Try to go after a Donovan Mitchell.
Right,
So
right. Hey, Justin D.W., thank you for the generous contribution. Justin D.W. says, I was just about to say that. We need to take a risk at something. Too many math decisions. Take a swing at something. It seems that they are scared to jump. Raps took a chance and got them a ring, got to try. What I'm saying to you is this. Don't look at the Knicks like they have an inability to execute. Look at them and inability to take risk. And there is a difference. Just because you go into the casino and you play on the penny slots doesn't make you any less of a gambler, right? Just because you play the penny slots and not the blackjack table, you still a gambler. And that's what the Knicks are, right? The Knicks, think of it like that. The Knicks will do it. They just don't do it big.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I'm getting at. So for those that are thinking like that, this front office is going to go out and get this Knicks front office is risk averse. They play it safe. And I know Nev don't want the Knicks to be risk averse, but you can't tell them to be outside of their normal personality. Right? Their personality is risk averse.
See, I'm really looking at, like I said, believe it or not, I'm looking forward to the draft. It's a lot of talent this year. A lot of talent.
Right.
So I'll see which way it falls on, you get a better idea once the tournament start and everything. You see, all the names. Only problem I have is how the media loves to throw the Knicks name with everybody, That's the problem. Every time you turn around, the Knicks in the trade for Joe Bag of Donuts.
Right.
Knicks just hired Susie Slapstick, or going to hire Susie Slapstick to be on the coaching team. What the hell? Everybody, and neither one of these people are even coming to New York. Just the media. So you got to sift through all the talk, the nonsense talk.
Okay.
But I do believe it's time. We're overdue for that big swing. Go for a big.
They ain't doing that though, Sophie.
Yeah.
We overdue.
They ain't doing it though.
I'm just saying it's like it's like playing spades. If you gonna run that 10 hand, or you gonna go say, I'm gonna go 8.
They gonna go 8.
It's time to run that run a Boston. It's way past time.
They gonna run that Connecticut. They ain't gonna make it to Boston, bro. That's what they do, and you can't fault them for in life. You can't fault people for being who they are.
I mean, true.
You know what I'm saying? It's the thing is, all right. So the Oklahoma City Thunder are not taking calls for SGA. So we could just dead that dream.
Yeah,
because they never envisioned he'd be as good as he is.
Good as he is, yeah.
Right.
And I think the Clippers looking back now like, maybe we should have in a lot of in some aspects. I mean, look, for us getting SGA, you stood a better chance of running through hell and gasoline draws.
Right.
At this point in time.
Right. And SGA might be better than Paul George. Think about everything that the Clippers gave up to get Paul George, right?
Yeah.
And the stuff they gave up to get Paul George might be better than Paul George.
See, I like SGA. It's just that like my man said, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Right. So it's one of them things. That's I think Justin DW. Thank you for the generous contribution. JD says, "Are we interested in Terrence Mann? Find out he's related to my girlfriend family, so I'll do some recruiting if needed." Hey, shout out to JD. shout out to JD, man. Shout out to JD, man. Hey, do some recruiting, bro. Do some recruiting, man. Hey, Nev, I think I might. On. Yeah, Bim. I think I might have a joint for Nev. If it come through, I'm gonna snatch Nev a video off and then bring him back on right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I think I might have. I might. I may not. I may not. Yeah, man. But in terms of this front office, though, I think a lot of times we have unreasonable expectations of what this front office could and should be.
Mhm.
Like even when Steve Mills was here, our unreasonable expectation was Steve Mills, the most uncharismatic person ever, was going to be able to convince Kevin Durant to come here play for the Knicks. And it's all Nev's fault. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. I hope Nev like it. All right, there we go.
Wow, crazy.
There we go. Every time Nev show up, Bim, we blowing the trumpet. Every time Nev, I was like, yo, I had been looking for like a week. Like, yo, it got to be a joint with the trumpets first, bro. Because of how Nev come in. Nev don't even say hello. No, man, I disagree. So I was like, nah, we got to get trumpets, bro. We got to get trumpets. We got to get trumpets, man, for Nev. Coming in the door, bro. We got to blow the trumpets.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right. So
appreciate it, man. Thanks,
yeah.
Freezie.
Nah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. But hey, Soul Finger, you notice that most of them scenes got people clapping for Nev. Because like every time he come in and disagree with me, the chat get all riled up. Like, get him, Nev, get him, Nev. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hence the disruptor, huh?
Yeah. Hence the name, the disruptor. Yeah, man. But Nev, seriously though, right? Should we even be in a mindset that this front office is going to pull off a big move when we know they have not?
Yeah.
And their forte is to do the little move.
I don't think we should have any high hopes for making a big move. I just don't foresee it. You know,
Right.
it's not in the cards.
Yeah,
First of
I
all,
agree with you. I agree with Nev.
First of all, I think the management is very high on Obi, and
Right.
if they have to make a move, that's going to curtail Obi playing time, or maybe even get rid of Obi. So therefore, they're not going to make any move. I feel, and if I were them, they would feel. If I were in management, I feel the same way. Like, I haven't seen what this player can do. Really, that's how I look at it.
Right.
I haven't feel like this player has been coached properly. I haven't, and to me, if I were Obi, I would try to get off the Knicks because I would feel I would get more playing time somewhere else. The coaching staff would consider me a valuable part of the team, and I will get special attention like some other players. And I don't think that's going to happen here. To me, Obi is just another nobody. He's on the island. He's on the island with Kemp, but sometimes he gets to swim over on Tabe's Island.
Occasionally.
Well, Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Now I just want to say that was he should have never been picked. I had nothing against Obi, but he should have never been picked if you didn't know what you were going to do, or if you still had Randall, with everything the way it went. So that was like my man Ron Cleveland, aka Man, will say front office malpractice. I had nothing against Obi. I just didn't agree with the whole making that move. But I mean, like I said, Coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know, can't do anything about it now. We just got to keep pushing forward.
We just
Now,
gotta
if
push
Obi,
forward, bro.
if if the Pacers are serious about going after Obi, you got to see what you can get from the Pacers within reason. You know, because I already
I
know some. It'll be some out there saying, "Well, go get Ben Matt." That ain't gonna happen again.
No.
Hell, gasoline draws, better chance running through there.
Yeah.
And the player I would have loved for, and we couldn't get him at the time when he was drafted, would be Duarte, and I like Duarte, and he kind of fits what we need. But like I said, and that's a pipe dream right there in itself.
don't think Duarte is a pipe dream. Matter of fact, I think the Knicks could get Duarte if they want to get rid of Obi because Indiana is very high on Obi. I
Now, if they are, I would like, hey, I want to see what they're talking about because I would love Duarte. That's a move that I could see. You know, I would love to make. He can play D. He can get you some buckets. He's long, so you know,
yeah.
could it happen?
The only reason I see Indiana, our management of front office not trading Obi is because they too are high on Obi. So that's the issue. But
Right.
if they want Duarte, they can get Duarte and somebody else, or Duarte and a number one pick for Obi. You know, because Indiana, I'm telling you, Indiana gets Obi, he's going right in the starting lineup from day one. That's how high. That's what I would do if I were Indiana. That's exactly. I would trade for Obi if I can get my hands on Obi, and from day one, I'll put him right in the starting line. Play like
Mm,
or whatever. Day one, you go have to learn to. I want you to learn. I want to teach you to play two positions, the
Okay.
power forward and the small forward.
Okay.
And when you're not playing the power forward, you play the small forward in this team. You know, that's what I would do. Because if Obi, like I said, I really believe if somebody, one of these coaching staff, put some effort into teaching this kid to play the game the right way, that kid is on our staff.
Right.
I don't
you
think
know,
that's
it's
this thing.
it, it's just interesting because you got to see who was all shaking. Like I said, when it comes down to it, you know, the one and the two, Victor and Scoot, are two of the big names you're always gonna hear about. And then you know, as the season gets closer, you're gonna see cats. Hey, they're gonna be doing everything. They're gonna lighten that load, just like getting that Victor Scoot sweepstakes.
I'm telling. Hey, man, this kid Asor Thompson is the next Kobe Bryant,
Mm,
and you don't have to believe me, right? You don't have to believe me. You don't have to trade up in the draft, right? You can stay in the back of this draft and get you a John Wallace if you want to. Shout out to John Wallace, and we love John Wallace. But even though even John Wallace will admit John Wallace is no Kobe Bryant,
hmm
right? Think about this. It's the same soul finger. This NBA draft is just like 1996. The Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Peja Stojakovic,
Yeah,
Jermaine O'Neal. If you
yeah.
remember that draft, all those dudes came out of that draft,
That was a deep
right?
draft.
That was a
That's
deep
what I'm
draft.
saying. That's what I'm saying, Freezer. This draft is too deep. If we, man, if we get booked, we get booked on this one. We come out with lemons on this one. Then yeah, front office got to go. Somebody you got to pay because there's no way Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can go in and pick a winner. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right, right,
You got assets. And like I said, we have assets, man. So
right.
you can either be as aggressive and try to move up, or you can stand pat and let stuff fall to you. You know, I just what was the kid that we Tyre Eason. You know, like I said, I don't
Right,
like going back, looking backwards, but could have been had. We could have had that. That was somebody we could have definitely used.
right.
Was a Tyre Eason. So I mean, you know, we'll see. You know, we got to draft or go after guys that's not CAA.
Right. Right.
There are other players out there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But we got to be aggressive. We have to be aggressive if
Right.
you're going to move forward. You got to be aggressive, man. You can't be sitting around here stuck in the mud.
Nah. Nah. You can't.
So I mean, there's reports that and I don't know if you cats heard about it, that even the John Wall is starting to get shopped around.
Yep. Yep. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Right. My mama told me you better shop around.
The man
Shop.
better, yeah, for real.
My mama told me you better shop around.
around.
Yeah, yeah, man. And so just to get back to the front office thing, just I think the front office is gonna make a move and they might pull off two, right? But it's January 20th. The trade deadline is in about
February 9th.
So it's in about 20 days.
20 days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't see it.
yeah, the only Adam, that's because you're not looking at them. If you think the Knicks are sitting still, then you don't pay attention. Every time it comes time to make a move, they make a move. They just might not make the move that you want them to make, but they stay busy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. And like I said, watch February 1st. That's when it's gonna get funky like a pot of chitlins.
Right. Remember 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, they traded Austin Rivers and Iggy Brasdakis at the trade deadline.
Sure did.
Last year, they traded for Denzel Valentine and then traded for Cam Reddish and Solomon Hill. And to think that they're going to stay pat this year when they're trending to do a certain thing is to be naive. It just being naive. Mm-hmm. They're going to do a move, even if it's a salary dump, cost cutting move. They're going to do something because that's their MO. That's how they operate. They're penny pinchers. Basically, what I'm getting at is they're penny pinchers, right? And any opportunity they get to pinch pennies, they are going to pinch the brown off a penny, bro.
Man, for real.
They're going to put the vice grips on that penny and make Abraham Lincoln holler.
Man, look, you're going to pinch on that penny so hard. You know, they're going to hold on to it so bad that, you know, that beard that he has, you're going to be clean shaven.
Yes. I'm telling you, this is what they do. And then at the draft, whether you like it or not, bro, when the draft comes, they're going to trade back and trade back and trade back. And the rumor is going to be the Knicks are looking to trade up, but you know they're not looking to trade up.
No,
because they never traded up in the draft. When's the last time you saw the New York Knicks in any front office trade up in the draft?
That's it. Number one, it's hard to do, especially when you try to get in the top 5. It's almost impossible. Nobody wants to trade around that time. Right. So that I never believed they were going to trade up. They can trade up 2. You could trade up 1 to 2 spot. So they were 11. The best they could have done was 9th. That's it. You know, so anything higher than that, I just didn't believe. You know, it's like, why are you fooling? That's just noise. You know, but you know, it makes for good theater. So hey, get the noise going.
You know, Freezie, when you're talking about they like to trade back, it just made, you know, being that you're a veteran, you know, it's that one when you remember you're marching and you hear them had to get a call to the real march.
Yep.
And that's just what we're gonna do in the draft. Yep. To the real march.
To the real march. Yep.
Double time.
Yep. Yep. So but my thing is this. I think Knicks fans should probably temper expectations and be ready for bargain bin shopping.
Oh man, look, I've been like that. Hey, look, Freezie, you know, we going to Burlington and you know going to Ross.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
TJ Maxx.
We want to shop at Macy's and we stay in TJ Maxx.
Yeah. You know, unless you want to get those sneakers that's in the grocery store hanging on that little plastic hanger.
Mama, that ain't Burberry, that's Blurberry.
Mm-hmm.
Mama keep buying me these blueberry scarves.
Talking about,
You know what I'm saying?
talking about, yeah, baby, mama, could I get some K Swiss? Yeah, baby. Wait a minute, they don't sell K Swiss and pay less.
Right, right. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's so. If you approach it with that mindset, you have to be prepared for the Knicks to kind of not buy a mansion from scratch, but go out in the suburbs and buy a fixer upper. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. And even with that said, the fixer upper that we get, it might be a flip house. That when we get it, we might be looking to flip it for something else, right? Because the front offices are in the commodities business, right? They want to take a low, cheap asset and have that low, cheap asset win them a championship or flip that low, cheap asset to get more expensive assets that they can't normally get on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like for instance, if you can't sign Kevin Durant, then you go out and get 1 million draft picks to offer Brooklyn for Kevin Durant, right? And so in that process, you got to flip some Obies, you got to flip some Cams, you know what I'm saying? You got to flip such and such in order to go get them first round picks to go get a Kevin Durant. And I'm just using Kevin Durant as an example, not saying that that's the move. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I think that's it, Adam. I think that's the move. I think that's where we're going, right? I think the Knicks are gonna do a very impressive mediocre move. Oh, Kings, the 3 seed. Get out of here. I see you, Karate Terry, Coffee City. I see you, Purple King. I see you. The Kings gonna be the 3 seed. Yo, hey, shout out to the Kings. Working behind the scenes with a Kings content creator right now to see if we can get them in this small little network that we got. Kings fans are Kings fans are crazy, bro.
You know what? I can't even hate on the Kings. I gotta give them their props because that was one of my surprise teams so far.
Right. Oh, yeah. Mike Brown's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
And Almighty Finesse says, what type of move you looking at? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Almighty Finesse, what type of move do I want? Are you asking me what kind of move do I want? Or what type of move do I think the Knicks front office is going to pull off? Because those are two separate questions. You got to be specific. And East Blue Drew says, you think the Knicks get rid of RJ for a big trade if available? It depends on how big it is. Almighty said, you said we're gonna make a mediocre move. What move you looking at? I know, yeah, Almighty Finesse. I know what I said. I know what I'm saying, but what I'm getting at is the Knicks are bargain bin shopping. So who knows what's in the bargain bin? I mean, it may be a Monty Morris. You know what I'm saying? Just a veteran point guard come in, give my man some minutes, right? Or it may be a Reggie Jackson. Bring Reggie Jackson in to come off the bench, see if he can revive his career with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Now, if you're asking me what move I want the Knicks to do, I want the Knicks to do one of two things. Either go get a star that's going to help this team right now, right? Listen, I'm throwing everything at the Pelicans for Zion Williamson. And not just because he's my cousin, but because dudes like that tip the scales. No pun intended. Nev, I just said a pun. I didn't mean it to be a pun, though. Right? Right? I just said a pun because we all know Zion had weight issues and
Yeah.
scales, and then I didn't mean it that way. I meant it the other way, like tip the scales of making us relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With our fan base and
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Tips.
Or I'm packaging. Now listen. Now I'm going for a star to put us over the top, or I'm packaging RJ and Randall and everybody else for one guy, one elite guy, and I'm gonna rebuild around him in the draft. Right? I don't care nothing about winning 30 games. So it's either all in for a deep playoff run, or it's all in for this epic, once in a generation draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not staying stuck in the middle with you. No, we ain't doing that. We're not a Reese cup. We're not going to be peanut butter on the inside. We're not going to be stuff in the middle, right? We're not going to be meatloaf. We're not going to be stuffed meatloaf. No, we're not going to be that, right? No, we're not going to be a hot pocket. We're not going to be one thing on our side. We're not going to be in the middle. No, we're going to pick a direction and we're going to go. I'm going to tell Nev, say Nev is James Dolan. I'm like, Nev, listen, we have all these resources, right? And what we're going to do is pick a direction and go with it. Either I'm going to go all in for a star like a Devin Booker and then go in a draft and get pieces to go around him, right? Or I'm going all out to get a Devin Booker to come in and play with Brunson, Randall, and RJ, right? And I'm sorry if Quickly got to go, if Grimes got to go, if Obi got to go, if these first-round picks got to go, so what?
See, you said something there, Freeze, because Booker's name. A lot of cats was hollering about Booker before because he's a superstar, but with all the stuff going on in Phoenix, it's a possibility he may say, "Hey, get me up out of here."
Right.
But the thing is it's the contract, so that's a lot of scratch.
Yeah.
For one cat, so you gotta make that. Make
But
that
so
fit.
what,
I don't
though?
know.
So what though? So funny.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
So
saying.
what? You got 30. You got 30. You got $40 million sitting on your bench right now, not even playing.
That is so very true.
You know what I'm saying? You could easily match the money, but aside from matching the money, what are you willing to pay for Devin Booker? I'm giving up all those draft picks. Sorry, because I can go into the if tell me what Boston Celtics fans are thinking if all of a sudden we pull off the deal for Devin Booker. Right? We get Devin Booker and they are the 3 seed and we're the 6 seed. You don't think they nervous? Yeah, they nervous.
They'd be about as nervous as a hooker in church.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, and so
I think they will be somewhat nervous, depending on what we have around Devin Booker.
yeah, we'll have Brunson, RJ, Randall, and Booker together.
Okay.
All the other stuff I'm saying can go. Now, will they top 2 be better than our top 2? Yes. Right? Well, is Booker better than Jaylen Brown? I'm gonna say Booker might be better than Jaylen Brown, right?
Yeah.
But I think Jason Tatum is better than Devin Booker. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you start coming down the line, now you're talking about is Robert Williams better than Julius Randle? No. Right? Is Malcolm Brogdon better than Jalen Brunson? No. You know what I'm saying? Is Marcus Smart better than RJ Barrett? Probably. But RJ, it'll be closer than what people think.
Yeah.
Well, he is defensively. You can go that route. You want to say
Right.
pick one.
Right.
You said something, Freeze. I'm going to cut y'all. Just what I'm saying about the whole Jaylen Brown situation, you kind of have to keep an eye on that and see because he is going to be a free agent. And oh, Boston won't let him go, but hey, stranger things have happened. He
Yeah.
could still be upset about the possibility of getting traded for Durant. You never know. Some of these cats are sensitive about stuff like that.
Right, right. And Hulk TV. This is so again. See, Nav, this is the thing. Like people are gonna say I'm flip flopping, right? And I'm not saying Hulk TV says I'm flip flopping. Hulk TV says freeze. Leon ain't doing that. The rumor is has it that he's looking at Beasley. And so what people will think is when they see this, they'll think I'm flip flopping. But Almighty Finesse asked me a specific question, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me, I didn't just say this is what I want to do. Because earlier in this live stream, I said, or I've been saying it for weeks. I don't know if I said it earlier in this live stream. But after we didn't trade for Donovan Mitchell, I'm apathetic. I'm like, whatever the Knicks do, this, whatever they do. That's how I'm feeling. Like whatever happens, happens. Right? But it's y'all remember that saying, Que sera, sera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come see, come saw.
That's Lisa said, Que sera, Que sera. You remember?
Cassera.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but
That's like, hey, Freezer. That's like going to the bar and asking for some Covaseer.
Oh, and they're gonna be like, well, we out of Covaseer, but we have a bunch of Cavassier in here.
Well,
I'll
take that then. So
let me. I'll take some of that then. But yeah, so Hulk TV. He asked me a specific question, and so I just went in respect to what Almighty Finesse was asking. I just wanted to answer that question. I'm apathetic, and listen, and I'm being upfront with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. It'd be disrespectful to y'all for me to come on here and pretend like I don't have a feeling. I mean, or pretend like I have a feeling for a certain thing when I know I don't. Mm-hmm. My heart just ain't in it. They didn't get Donovan Mitchell, so I just sat back and be like, man, whatever. Yeah, I done did that before. I seen Nev do it. Like, we'll be talking and we'll frustrate Nev and Nev, oh, okay, whatever, man. Right? I mean, we human, right?
Yeah. You're right about that, Freezie.
Yeah, we right. Sometimes we just say whatever. Sometimes you try to get your point across. Some your people don't hear you. Okay. Yeah, man.
It's just kind of right now. It's just things are. I can't even say it's heating up for rumor wise. It's just rumors. There's a little rumbling, but I'm gonna tell you, like I said, it's gonna get funky as a pot of chitlins come the 1st of February. That's when it's gonna get real funky in there when it starts with all the peoples.
You want me to tell you what I think that my conspiracy theory move is?
Well, let me hear it.
Nev, so my conspiracy theory move, and Almighty Finesse, this is for you. I talk to other dudes around the NBA often, right? I think the conspiracy Knicks move is the Knicks are gonna trade for Trae Young.
Nope, don't say it.
Adam, you don't see nothing. I know Adam don't see it. Adam don't see nothing.
Yeah, that's.
But Adam, I'm saying it's a conspiracy
3 years,
theory.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Because 3 years this front office haven't made any moves. So
that's some X-Files.
You think they're gonna make moves now?
Hey, that's some X-Files stuff. You fucking Freezie.
Yeah, 10-4 hat. But Adam, they have made moves. They just hadn't made big moves, bro. This is what we've been talking about for like that.
And that's the problem.
Right. Well, I mean that may be the problem, and I understand what you're saying, but to say that they don't do anything is not accurate, bro. They hadn't done the big. Now they hadn't made the major purchase, but to say they hadn't done anything, I can pull up their transaction history right now and read it, and it'll show you that anytime an NBA team has the ability to be active, this Knicks front office has been active. Solomon Hill ain't saving the world, but he did save the Knicks some money to help us get Jalen Brunson.
That is true. Well, I want to ask you, Cass, this: do you think that we will ever see Rokas?
because
Nah, I don't think so.
Cockabidus.
Hmm. I was just wondering because I was thinking about that earlier today, and I was like, well, dang, that's another cat we drafted from across the pond that did not bother coming over. So hence a
But
wasted
he
pick.
is an asset, though. Don't forget, he's an asset.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can trade it because those kind of contracts do get traded a lot.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was looking at it as like we need that. He's a future point guard. We need to get that because I was looking at the player we need now instead of the asset to move for something else. And he could be a small move at that the little small move they make.
Right.
You know, I like to think of the front office like you playing spades, but the front office sometimes, to me, just the way I feel about it, Phil, is they play so cautious that they got 8 in their hand, but they're called board.
They go on board. It's sandbagging to death.
Yeah.
Freezy, the only reason I don't see that move is because we already have Brunson, and Brunson is like what? What's his height?
Like 5'10".
Yeah,
Okay,
let's say he's 6 foot,
and
but
then
he's
and then
5'10".
Trey Young. What's Trey Young height?
Supposed to be 6 foot,
Like 5'11".
but he's
Yeah.
5'11". Yeah.
I don't
Something
see
like
that backcourt. No way. And
Yeah, but here's the thing. What's Donovan Mitchell's height? What's Darius Garland's height?
yeah, but Mitchell has girth. He's not a small guy. He's a short guy, but not a small guy.
You mean like Brunson?
And then, but
Yeah, he's
the,
stocky.
and the reason why that trade made sense at the time for Mitchell was you were going to give up RJ. So you can give up RJ because RJ is not a good defensive player, and get Mitchell.
Okay.
But if you have Young and Brunson, man, you just asking. You're not going to be a good defensive team. Just forget it, because they cannot defend. Yeah, they can score. You want to score 160, fine. You want to try to beat the team and then every night the 150 in the 150, 145 range to 160.
I think
You can
defense
do
is
that.
overrated. Defense is overrated in the regular season.
And Trey Young is not the answer.
So, yeah, that's why. Yeah. If you bring Trey Young here, you have to get rid of Brunson. It doesn't make sense to have both of them.
Okay.
Just then,
I don't see Trey Young leaving the Hawks to come to the Knicks.
So
I'll
okay.
be
So,
shocked. I'll be shocked if he does come here, but I don't think he would.
all right. So who has the best defense in the NBA right now?
don't know. Don't follow that stat.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the one with the short backcourt that I just mentioned. That was a trap question,
Okay.
right? In full disclosure, that was a trap.
Yeah.
That's why I brought him up. You know who's third in the NBA in defense right now?
Yeah.
The Philadelphia 76ers
Okay.
with a small backcourt.
But they have again, those guys you're talking about, two big centers. They basically pay two centers.
Okay.
So they
okay.
can afford to have two backcourt.
But they basically play 4 centers, right?
Yeah.
Basically, if you know what I'm saying? But the Toronto Raptors with Fred VanVleet, another short guard, have the 9th ranked defense.
Mm-hmm. So the only problem is, and see that the thing is with them, they so long and lanky and athletic. That's something we still lack. We don't have we don't have the athleticism as I would like.
All right. So let me say this though, right? Just real quick. I'm gonna name some teams with big guards. The San Antonio Spurs have big guards. They're the 30th ranked defense in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Pistons have big prototype guards. They're the 29th defense in the NBA. The Charlotte Hornets have a 6'7" point guard. They're the 28th ranked defense in the NBA. Right? The Houston Rockets have 2 6'6" guards in the backcourt. They're the 25th defense in the NBA. The Sacramento Kings play a 6'3" guard and a 6'7" guard. They have the 24th ranked defense in the NBA. Right? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Indiana has three big guards that they play, right? Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton is 6'5", and Ben Mathurin off the bench, and Chris Duarte. And they're the 22nd ranked defense in the NBA. OKC plays two big guards. They're the 20th ranked defense in the NBA. Minnesota plays D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards in the backcourt, and they have the 19th ranked defense. Chicago plays Alec Caruso and Zach LaVine. They have the 18th ranked defense, right? Now, the number one ranked defense in the NBA is a team with two short guards.
Because they have two big men.
Right,
And
okay.
we need to start giving big men credit. I think that's
Okay.
what we're not doing enough.
All right.
Yeah.
So you know, okay. So a team that y'all know. Okay, the 7th ranked team in the NBA plays a rotation of 4 small guards, and they're the 7th ranked defense in the NBA. Do y'all know who that is?
No. Miami.
It's your New York Knicks, with the 7th ranked defense in the NBA, and they play Jalen Brunson, Miles McBride, Emmanuel Quickley, and Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, but they got, like I said, we don't give centers enough credit.
Whereas we don't play Twin Tower defense though, Nav.
No, we don't.
But see, the thing is, that's where when it comes down to the players, that defensive mindset that they have, they got the right type players. Again, I don't like to use the tips guy, but Grimes and Deuce are tips guys because of the defense. IQ, some people like IQ, some people hate him, say he don't play good defense, but IQ plays some pretty solid defense. He's no slouch.
He plays great defense. He's the number 1 rated defensive guard in the NBA at the moment.
He's no slouch, you know.
Right. He's the number 1 rated defensive guard in the NBA based on what NBA.com says. Emmanuel Quickley off our bench. So, Figure, you want me to show it? You want me to put it on the screen?
Man, go ahead on, Freezie.
I'll put it up there.
I know you got to key it up. Go on, show the world, shock the world.
We did it already. We had. Where is it? NBA team. No, I don't want NBA team. Okay, no. StatMuse is a joke sometimes.
I know some people like to use that to use StatMuse to pad their argument. You know, if you're gonna because I know you use NBA.com straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give me a second to pull it up, man. It's
I just think we need to look at that small forward situation as well. Because we talked about it during the draft. You know, Indiana got that one kid that you and I were talking about, Freeze, small forward. They got in the second round. Kendall Brown. Granted, he's not getting a lot of burn right now, but that you can teach that. However, I know the Knicks aren't known for development. That's another knock on the organization.
All right. Hey, somebody got some music playing in the background?
Somebody got, I hear something in the background.
Okay. Okay. I want to see if I can find it. But yeah, my point is, as long as you have, okay. Basically, where I am with it, I'll find it, but I pulled it up, and now I'm just having a difficult time finding it. But basically, since the NBA has gone to jump shooting teams and long distance 3-pointers, you don't have to be a 6'11" guy that jumps out of the gym, right? All you need to do is contest a jump shot, right? So you can play with small guards now, as long as they're able to contest perimeter shots. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have to be 6'9", 220 with a 49-inch vertical. Okay, I thought Nev was going to say he disagreed, but okay, all right, sweet.
Yeah, I agree. Freezie.
All right, so basically the Trey Young thing, I don't think it's going to happen. Notice I said when I mentioned it, I was like, let me get into the conspiracy theory thing first. Tinfoil hat. But if we go down that lane, I could see if the Knicks pull off a big move, I can see that being it as opposed to Zion being it.
Well, see, I know Trey Young's name came up in trade rumors because the DeJounte Murray and Leprechaun experiment hasn't been working.
Yeah. Trey DeBarge.
Yeah, Trey DeBarge.
Every time I see him, I be like, I think about that song, baby. All I need is one more chance. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that DeBarge song?
Oh, you went back. Hey, you went back 3 years. That's when people were walking around with a toothbrush combing their baby hair.
Yeah. Y'all remember? Yeah, y'all remember that? That was at 83, something like that.
Yes, sir.
That's like 40 years ago, man. Yo, we don't have an intro for Cully Goat.
What? You don't have one for Cully Goat?
Do we have an intro for Cully Goat?
See,
we don't have an intro for the Cully Goat. That's crazy. Hey, Cully, what's good, sir?
What's going on, fellas? Salute.
How we don't have an intro for you, bro? That's crazy.
You gotta tell me like that, man.
I don't know.
You got my Christmas song.
yeah.
That
Fire.
You got the first. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You got the verse to that. Throw that up there. You know what I mean?
Hey, can you rap to this right here? Can you rap to this right here? Let me play.
Oh, here you go.
No, we can't rap. That's too slow.
That one is too easy. I actually like that one. I like that sample at the end. Who is that?
Man,
we do a little something. You got to come around for vibes and stuff. Go.
I like that, man. I like that.
That track is fire.
Ice and fire. Oh, that's tough.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go. You got to be around in the mornings, bro. Vibes and stuff.
It is too slow for me, but it's tough. I can figure something out.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Fire
We gotta.
right there, though.
Yeah, that joint is fire, bro. We trying to do some stuff, man. Vibes and stuff. We trying to do some. We trying to do a little something.
Thank you, David. Chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying, get up on that vibes and stuff, man. Guys,
in the mornings, bro.
I'm trying to be a morning person, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, man. So what's good, Go?
What's good, man? I hope all is well with the chat and the panel up here, man. I hope y'all blessed. And I missed my own show today, man. I was at work, man. I decided to go in today. It was my day off, but I had to do some OT. But
hey, man, look, I ain't mad at you. Get your paper, bro. Look, I've been get that OT myself, man.
Yeah, man, I had to.
Hey, because the way it's going, the more you make to hit you in them taxes, so you got to get your tax savings up so you can pay the taxes.
Yeah,
right. They're killing me with the taxes right now. Exactly.
Man, see, I got this saying. You know what Bohica means, right?
I don't.
Bohica stands for bend over here, come again. That's all that is.
That's in reference to them getting you off your taxes, right? Off the money you're supposed to have.
Man, yeah, man. They hit me up, man. They don't even kiss. I can't get a reach around. I don't get a kiss. They just, they hit me standing straight up, bro.
I like that one. That's hilarious.
So, Cully, what you think about the Knicks going after Trey Young?
That's funny. You got right to it, bro. I mean, we have a point guard, man. No, you're not satisfied.
Oh no, I'm good with JB.
I think the point guard situation is kind of like, it's kind of, what is it, sustainable somewhat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, at this point, my thing is, though, if Knicks are gonna make a move, make it now, man. Don't wait till no deadline and you can't get nothing. Watch other teams just swoop in, because the Knicks have a habit of just being the Knicks is trigger shy. They're gun shy right now. That's all. They gun shy, man. They're scared to make a move. They got all this interest. I take it all with a grain of salt, man. Make your move. You want to get a big shooting guard? Go ahead, get a big shooting guard. See how they fit. At least that way, you give yourself time. Maybe you can make another trade. But it's up to the Knicks.
Well, the Knicks is like what Lil Kim said. Lil Kim said, you know what I'm saying? We got big guns that go boof, boof. And the Knicks got little guns, them Hall of Night guns that go pip, pip. That's what it is. Anybody remember that song by Lil C's, Play Around?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play around. You don't want to play around with me. Oh boy. When Lil Kim was like, you know what I'm saying? We got the, the big guns. Y'all got the, the little guns that go pip, pip. That's the Knicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? But knowing that, we shouldn't be mad. We should expect them to do the thing. Man, look.
So you saying that about the guns? I started thinking about Big L.
Yeah. Oh.
Your guns go boom, boom. Your guns go pow, pow.
Yeah. Man, may he rest in peace, bro. One of the GOATs.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. Facts.
That's one of the golden era.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
90s.
Yeah, man.
Yo, not to change the subject like that, because I've been missing the show. I've been all over the place. I've been trying to tune in the shows. Who does everybody like, man, like for a trade? Does everybody want to trade at that? Some people may want to sit tight. I kind of rather sit tight and just play everybody and try to win that way.
I'm with you, Cully, because really, truth be told, I'm looking at the draft because I don't see us making a move to bring in that big name. I see, you do like little things to show up some stuff,
Yeah, the marginal moves, right?
Right.
Yeah, I can see us bringing in something to help the bench because the bench is really hurting. We don't have bench mob like we had before. Our bench isn't the strongest, and because over the off season is when you would expect to see some blockbuster. But let's keep it a buck. When was the last time we made a blockbuster?
Right. It's been like almost over 10 years ago.
Yeah. So last
has
year
it
we
been
had
10
made
years?
12. It's been 12. It was
12.
Did we make the Melo move 2011?
Yeah, when we brought Melo.
I think the Knicks made 2 blockbusters since then.
What, signing Amari?
No, I thought the Doug McDermott, Enes Kanter for Melo thing was a blockbuster.
Oh, come on.
And don't forget, we also traded for Derrick Rose twice.
No, we signed him. Oh no, we did trade.
We traded for him.
No,
We
did.
traded Jerry and Grant and a first-round pick for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't consider those blockbuster. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, this front, bro. I'm telling you, like people say, the Knicks don't make moves, bro. The Knicks make a lot of moves. They just don't trade for Magic Johnson in his prime, right? They don't trade for Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? They don't trade up one spot to get Jermaine O'Neal.
They go after Michael Norton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 You're right. I mean, the Knicks don't. We trade for Kiki Vandeweghe. Who? Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? We trade for Andrea Bargnani in a blockbuster.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
because we overpaid for him.
That's a blockbuster.
Oh God!
Like cough, cough. That one.
That one. Yeah. Oh my God.
Like that was. They dropped the ball on that one, but that's what.
Yeah. So we do it. We just don't do it right or do it heavy
enough.
Yeah.
No, what we do it flicked. That's what you're saying. We do it flicked. I know that's an old word you hadn't heard in a while. So we do it all flicked.
Right. Man. I don't even know what we should do right now. I'm just riding the wave, man. Like whatever happens.
I'm right there with you, Cully. I'm right there with you because
Yeah,
I don't see us. See, I don't see anything really big coming right off the bat.
right. Because yeah, exactly. Like I feel like if you want to win, you're gonna need. I mean, of course, you're gonna need a stacked team, but you're gonna need a top 10. You're gonna need a top 10 guy right now, man.
Okay. So why not go after Damian Lillard?
I like Dame Dollar.
I don't think he's available, Freezie.
I think
I like Dame Dollar, but no, not in this stage right now. Be looking other ways. But you're looking for a superstar. It's like what superstar? Because and I'm all to the point where I'm like, just stay the course and try to get in the draft and make some moves. It's I don't want to keep doing the same thing, running after this name, running after that name. Oh, he's a superstar, yeah, but he's a superstar that's on Insure, and he's now sponsoring Depends diapers.
Right.
We don't need to be going that route.
Insure for breakfast. Was it how's it go? Boost for breakfast, Insure for dessert.
Yeah.
Is that
man.
Yeah.
Kanye. Yo.
Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah. It's funny because like it's one thing where the Knicks do moves like that. It's another thing where their reasoning for doing the move. Oh, the Knicks wanted to compete, so we thought, they'll say, oh, we wanted to compete, so we went out and got this guy. That makes me so mad. Like that's y'all logic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got this guy at this time when this guy was available. Like it's just their reasoning, their whole ideology, philosophy just pisses me off, man.
But that's a Knicks thing to do. What you saying, Cully? That's the Knicks thing to do because like I said, we don't need to go after somebody on the other side of 33, 35.
That's our move right there now.
My man, look, man, that's like, hey, Freeze. It's like those cats that like to go to those old hole in the walls, and go buffalo hunting.
I was with you till you said buffalo hunting. I was gonna say if you talk about the old man that go to the American Legion.
Oh man, boy,
and them dollar Bud Lights for hole in the wall. Yeah, man. But Cully, I would say this, bro. If right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks did any wide range of suspected moves. Right? I could see the Knicks going back and getting Alec Burks or the kid from the Hornets. I could see the Knicks.
What are you talking about?
Which kid from the Hornets?
Kelly Oubre?
Rozier.
Oh, come on.
Wait, so I get it, Freezer. You like point guards. I get it.
No, hold on. No. I didn't say I want them to do that. I said I could see the Knicks and any wide range of guesses. I didn't say that's what I like.
Okay.
Again, I've been saying it for like months. I'm apathetic. I don't care what happened. And I know that sound like I'm not a fan. I am a fan. But after we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, I mean, ain't nothing you can tell me.
Right. No, I think I'm with you. I'm just riding the wave, man. Whatever they get, I gotta support it.
Right, because
I ain't got no choice.
Cully, think about how disappointing this summer was. I was on y'all show, and you was like, well, yo, who you want out of the draft? And I was like, yo, I really like that kid Ben Mathurin. I have a puppy named Benny. Remember that conversation?
Yeah, I remember.
And then we was like, well, Ben Mathurin ain't gonna fall to us. Who else you like? I was like, you know who else I like, man? I like Tari Eason, but I really love that kid Ousmane Dieng. I said that on y'all show, Ousmane Dieng.
I remember you talking about
Ousmane. Right.
on draft day, these mishemashas draft Usman Jang and set
And
my heart
traded him.
ablaze. I'm thinking they finally doing something for Uncle Freezie, and then they trade him to their normal trade partner. Now, who they traded to? As soon as I heard the Knicks are trading, I already know who they was trading with, bro. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
It's who this front office trade with every summer. And Nev, you know who the Knicks are going to trade with at the draft this summer?
Detroit.
The
Yeah,
Oklahoma
Detroit.
City Thunder.
Yeah, Detroit,
We
and
traded with
Oklahoma.
them 3 years in a row, bro. We traded with OKC 3 years in a row, right? So not only did they break my heart by not keeping Usman Jing, then they go back to the other side chick and give Jalen Duren to the Pistons.
Nah, the side chick. It's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then on top of all of that,
And then they go to their booty call. The booty call is the Hornets.
yes,
Right?
yes,
Is that the? That's the booty call. That's not even the side chick. That's the booty call when the main chick and the main chick. When the side chick and the main chick act up, the booty call is the Hornets.
yeah.
No, that's that sugar mama. That's that one that's like that's that old saber-tooth tiger, not a cougar, that old saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah.
That you can come over there and always got food waiting on them. Come on, baby, I got you.
You cooking tonight? Yeah, I'm always cooking. Yeah, I forgot you always cook. But anyway, yeah. But then on top of all of that, we didn't get Jalen Duren, we didn't get Usman Jang, so they appease us with, nah, we're not doing that because we moving money. Hint, hint. And then like we move, and then the Donovan Mitchell rumor come out, and then I'm like, okay. And then they stand me up at the altar again, bro. So no Duren, no Jang, right? No Donovan Mitchell, and no love from Uncle Freezie, bro.
That sounds like a Mary J song.
Do. Oh, you talking about Mary J? I thought you said Mary Jane.
Not Mary Jane, Mary J. Because but after those moves make you go smoke, go talk to Mary J. Mary Jane.
Hey, look who here, y'all. Kelly, hey man, hey, these beats be fire, bro.
Yeah, that joint is dope, yo. Dre,
These
what's
beats
good,
is
man?
fire.
Dre, you there?
Tough.
Hey, what's going on?
Dre's not responding.
Dre want me to play. Okay, Dre, God dog it.
He
Dre,
wanted
Dre
his
want
own-
me.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dre wants you to hit him again.
you know,
All right, Dre, God dog it.
So,
Dre want to hear his intro. Yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, man. So, Cully, who you think the Knicks are gonna go after, bro?
Probably the cheapest option available.
There you go.
Yeah. Aside from what we Knicks fans may want. I mean, I don't know. Every Knicks fan wants someone else, someone different. But I think they're gonna go the cheapest route they can.
You know what, Cully, when you said it, the way you said it, it just, when it comes to Knicks Nation, we like an all-you-can-eat buffet what you want, because everybody wants everything up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of hard to pin it down. And if you really look at what's available, so I'm with you on that, Cully. Just it is what it is at this point, man.
There isn't a lot available.
You're right, Adam.
Yeah, there
You're
really
right.
isn't a lot of, because I don't know, like, us Knicks fans like certain players, but I don't even know if I don't know if the players we like are even up in talks. I don't even know if they're being shopped or if teams are even looking to move them.
So if I do it in a old school hockey type thing, right? At the trade deadline, do you go after, say, a Mark Messier type player, right? That might be able to bring like intangible stuff that can get you to the chip? Or do you go after, say, a young guy? Hey, Nev, guess who backstage? Dre must be having connectivity issues.
Well,
Because Dre popping in and out, but
I will say this here. I'm like I'd say be like Walker Flocka and go hard in the paint.
yeah.
who's the Mark Messier type player that's out there though? Like, what's your name?
I would say Damian Lillard.
Nah, man. Damian Lillard's a friend. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, I want to sing that. I want to be like that old blues song, Freeze, when you say that, but I can't do that.
I don't see Damian Lillard on the Knicks for not for a long shot.
I don't want.
I mean, the older he
Dame.
gets, the cheaper. I will say that.
Yeah, but the thing is, somebody had put in the chat because I had to go get my so I could check it the chat. Somebody put in, what was it, Mr. Day 4641. He put in there, broke it down. He's 51.7 million.
Didn't Dame
It's
resign?
actually not even bad.
Yeah, but contract for the next 5 years, age 35, 37. I don't see Dame leaving that going along, but then you got to give up mad picks to get him as well.
Right.
I wouldn't touch that at all.
I wouldn't touch that at all.
I want the knife, please. You remember that from the Golden Child? Remember that movie, Golden Child?
Hey, yeah, but the thing is I'd rather do it the first way he did it. I want the knife.
I love that movie. That movie's hilarious.
But here's the thing: Fournier makes 14. I'm sorry, Fournier makes 19. Rose makes 14. That's 33 mil off rip. You including Cam and Obi, right? That's 40 mil right there. All you gotta do is throw in like Hartenstein, and you match the money.
Oh, heck.
Nah.
I mean, maybe y'all want to keep Hartenstein.
Oh, hell
Forget Damian Lillard. We just keep
go.
Hartenstein.
No, Hartenstein's gotta go.
Look, hey, Freezer, I noticed. Was it EG 6000 or whatever, 1400? He ain't been around at all. You put out a APB out on him and bring him back so he can explain himself.
Right.
He was selling wolf tickets.
Now I saw him. I got in his chat and I typed troll in the chat and it was like he saw a ghost. Oh, the Uncle Freezie, he know I'm a troll. Oh snap! What am I gonna do?
Yeah, I just remember how he was talking about iHeart, and I said, I like his energy. He hustles, but it's a lot of things that just ain't jiving, man. It ain't jiving. You can't make a peanut butter and sardine sandwich,
Yeah,
it just
ain't Sesame Street. Like we ain't Oscar the Grouch. You know what I'm saying? So figure talking about peanut butter and sardines. That's Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, yummy, man. I want a peanut butter and sardine sandwich. But no, I mean, I get it. I understand the Damian Lillard price tag, and I understand the Damian Lillard age. But I mean, every team is gonna meet the salary cap requirements.
Mm-hmm.
How you distribute the money is one thing, right? The Knicks have a bunch of players on low to moderate contracts. Randall, Mitch, RJ, Brunson. I think you could afford a Damian Lillard for this small stretch. Like, you think the Phoenix Suns regret trading for Chris Paul? Nah. The Phoenix Suns don't remember, man, Chris Paul with all that money, $37 million. Man, the Phoenix Suns are crazy. You think they regret making that move?
No, they just hate that. He's, you knew what you were getting in that package. When he's on the floor, and actually, he not only just what he does on the floor, what he does off the floor. When he's injured, he's still the young guards behind him that's coming up behind him, they're able to pick up because he's a great teacher, great mentor for younger players.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, so he made the that was a good investment. It's just that the injuries, you knew you were gonna get with him.
Right.
You know,
Right. All
it's
right,
just like
fellas,
the
man.
old school
Hey, so
Pinto.
yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gotta do vibes and stuff in like 4 or 5 hours. I'm gonna get out of here, man, and finish correcting OBS so I can have that up and running and probably try to get some sleep before 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, well I'll be on there with you. I get up in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, Dre, Dre said he had a tech issue, but we about to get out of here, man. Hey, Dre, we'll holler at you later on today, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll
Hey,
yeah, we'll
I,
holler.
I just want to say this here. Hey, come on. Hey, if you're up in the morning, check out Freezie and my man Chuck. You know him as Knicks for life. Check him out on Vibes and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
man.
actually live, but everybody know it is Vibes and stuff. Check them out. Good show, bro. Good show. Come check
Yeah,
these
we be
cats out. And before you get out of here, hit that like button if you ain't hit it. And then again, come check out live. Vibes and stuff. Great shows. It'll open your mind, get you elevated.
yeah, man. All right, y'all. Peace,
All
y'all.
right, Freezy.
All right.